Shalom and welcome to Torah and Coffee. Today we're going to be reading a Torah portion for this week starting in Genesis chapter 12 verse 1, and we will be going through Genesis 17:27. Then we're going to read the Haftarah in Isaiah 40:27 to 41:16 with follow up in the BeritHadasah. We're going to be reading several portions, and I will mention those portions when we get to the New Testament, the BeritHadasah. So enjoy your coffee and read along in the Torah portion with me. Genesis chapter 12, starting on verse 1. Yah said to Abraham, "Go forth from your native land and from your father's house to the land that I will show you. I will make of you a great nation, and I will bless you. I will make your name great, and you shall be a blessing. I will bless those who bless you, and curse him that curses you. And all the families of the earth shall bless themselves in you." Abraham went forth as Yah had commanded him, and Lot went with him. Abraham was 75 years old when he left Haran. Abraham took his wife Sarai and his brother's son Lot, and all the wealth that they had amassed, and the persons that they had acquired in Haran, and they set out for the land of Canaan. When they arrived in the land of Canaan, Abraham passed through the land as far as the side of Shechem at the terebinth of Moreh. The Canaanites were in the land. Yah appeared to Abraham and said, "I will assign this land to your offspring." And he built a Mizpah there to Yah, who had appeared to him. From there he moved on to the hill country east of Bethel, and pitched his tent with Bethel on the west and Ai on the east, and he built there a Mizpah to Yah, and invoked Yah by name. Then Abraham journeyed by stages towards the Negev. 10. There was a famine in the land, and Abraham went down to Egypt to sojourn there, for the famine was severe in the land. As he was about to enter Egypt, he said to his wife Sarah, "I know what a beautiful woman you are. If the Egyptians see you and think she is my wife, they will kill me and let you live. Please say that you are my sister, that it may go well with me because of you, and that I may remain alive thanks to you." When Abraham entered Egypt, the Egyptians saw how very beautiful the woman was. Pharaoh's courtiers saw her and praised her to Pharaoh, and the woman was taken into Pharaoh's palace. And because of her, it went well with Abraham. He acquired sheep, oxen, asses, male and female slaves, she-asses, and camels. But Yah afflicted Pharaoh and his household with mighty plagues on account of Sarai, the wife of Abraham. Pharaoh sent for Abraham and said, "What is this you have done to me? Why did you not tell me that she was your wife? Why did you say she is my sister, so that I took her as my wife? Now here is your wife, take her and be gone." And Pharaoh put men in charge of him, and they sent him off with his wife and all that he possessed. Chapter 13. From Egypt, Abraham went up into Negev with his wife and all that he possessed, together with Lot. Now Abraham was very rich in cattle, silver, and gold, and he proceeded by stages from the Negev as far as Bethel, to the place where his tent had been formerly, between Bethel and Ai, the side of the Mizpah that he had built there at first, and there Abraham invoked Yah by name. Lot, who went with Abraham, also had flocks and herds and tents, so that the land could not support them staying together, for their possessions were so great that they could not remain together, and there was quarreling between the herdsmen of Abraham's cattle and those of Lot's cattle. The Canaanites and Perizzites were then dwelling in the land. Abraham said to Lot, "Let there be no strife between you and me, between my herdsmen and yours, for we are kinsmen. Is not the whole land before you? Let us separate. If you go north, I will go south. If you go south, I will go north." 10. Lot looked about him and saw how well watered was the whole plain of the Jordan, all of it. This was before Yah had destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah, all the way to Zoar, like the garden of Yah, like the land in Egypt. So Lot chose for himself the whole plains of the Jordan, and Lot journeyed eastward. Thus they parted from each other. Abraham remained in the land of Canaan, while Lot settled in the city of the plain, pitching his tent near Sodom. Now the inhabitants of Sodom were very wicked, sinners against Yah, and Yah said to Abraham, after Lot had departed from him, "Raise your eyes and look out from where you are, to the north and the south, to the east and the west, for I will give the land to you and your offspring forever. I will make your offspring as the dust of the earth, so that if one can count the dust of the earth, then your offspring can be counted. Walk about the land through the length and its breadth, for I give it to you." And Abraham moved his tent and came to dwell at the terebinth of Mamre, which are in Hebron, and he built a Mizpah there to Yah. Chapter 14. Now when King Amraphel of Shinar, King Arioch of Elasah, and King Chedorlaomer of Elam, and King Tidal of Goyim made war on the King Bera of Sodom, King Birsha of Gomorrah, King Shinab of Atma, King Shember of Zeboim, and King of Bela, which is Zoar. All the latter joined forces at the valley of Siddim, now the Dead Sea. 12 years they served Chedorlaomer, and in the 13th year they rebuilt. In the 14th year, Chedorlaomer and the kings who were with him came and defeated Rephaim and Ashtaroth, Carnaim, the Susim of Ham, and Amim of Shaveh, Kirikatham, and the Horites, in all the country of Seir as far as El Paran, which is by the wilderness. On their way back they came to En-Mishpat, which is Kadesh, and subdued all the territory of the Amalekites and all the Amorites who dwelt in Hasason Tamar. Then the king of Sodom, the king of Gomorrah, the king of Adam, the king of Zeboim, and the king of Bela, which is Seor, went forth and engaged them in battle in the valley of Siddim. King Chedorlaomer of Elam, King Tital of Goim, King Amraphel of Shinar, and King Arioch of Eleazar, 4 kings against 5 kings. Now the valley of Siddim was trodden with Burium pits, and the king of Sodom and Gomorrah in their flight threw themselves into them, while the rest escaped to the hill country. The invaders seized all the wealth of Sodom and Gomorrah and all the provisions and went their way. They also took Lot, the son of Abraham's brother, and his possessions, and departed, for he had settled in Sodom. A fugitive brought the news to Abraham the Hebrew, who was dwelling at the terebinth of Mamre, the Amorite, kinsman of Eshcol, and Anna the king, these being Abraham's allies. When Abraham heard that his kinsmen had been taken captive, he mustered his retainers, born into his household, numbered 318, and went to pursue as far as Dan. At night he and his servants deployed against them and defeated them, and he pursued them as far as Hobah, which is north of Damascus. He brought back all the possessions. He also brought back his kinsman Lot and his possessions, and the women and the rest of the people, when he returned from defeating Chedorlaomer and the king with him. The king of Sodom came out to meet him in the valley of Sheva, which is the valley of the kings. And King Melchizedek of Shalem brought out bread and wine. He was the priest of Yah, the Most High. He blessed them, saying, Blessed be Abram of Yah, Most High, Creator of heaven and earth, and blessed be Yah, Most High, who has delivered your foes into your hand. And Abram gave him 1/10 of everything. Then the king of Sodom said to Abram, Give me the persons and take the possessions for yourself. But Abraham said to the king of Sodom, I swear to Yah, Most High, Creator of heaven and earth, I will not take so much as a thread of your sandal strap of what is yours. You shall not say, It is I who made Abraham rich. For me, nothing but what my servants have used up as far as the share of the men who went with me. Anna, Eshcol, and Mamre, let them take their share. Chapter 15, verse 1. Sometime later, the word of Yah came to Abraham in a vision. He said, Fear not, Abraham, I am a shield to you. Your reward shall be very great. But Abraham said, O Yah, What can you give me, seeing that I shall die childless, and the one in charge of my household is domestic Eliezer? Abraham said further, since you have granted me no offspring, my steward will be my heir. The word of Yah came to him in reply, that one shall not be your heir, none but your own very issue shall be your heir. He took him aside and said, look toward heaven and count the stars, if you are able to count them. And he added, so shall your offspring be. And because he put his trust in Yah, he reckoned it to his merit. Then he said to him, I am Yah, who brought you out from Ur of the Chaldeans to assign this land to you as a possession. And he said, O Yah, shall I know what I am to possess it? He answered, bring me a 3-year-old heifer, a 3-year-old she-goat, and 3-year-old ram, a turtle dove, and a young bird. 10. He brought him all these and cut them in pieces in two, placing each half opposite the other, but he did not cut up the bird. Birds of prey came down upon the carcass, and Abraham drove them away. As the sun was about to set, a deep sleep fell upon Abraham, and a great dark dread descended upon him. And he said to Abraham, know well that your offspring shall be strangers in the land, not theirs, and they shall be enslaved and oppressed 400 years. But I will execute judgment in the nation they shall serve, and in the end they shall go free with great wealth. For as for you, you shall go to your fathers in peace. You shall be buried at a ripe old age, and they shall return here in the 4th generation, for the iniquities of the Amorites is not yet complete. When the sun set, and it was very dark, there appeared a smoke oven and a flaming torch, which passed between two pieces. Let me read that 17 again. When the sun set and it was very dark, there appeared a smoke oven and a flaming torch, which passed between those pieces. On that day, Yah made a covenant with Abram, saying, to your offspring I assign this land from the river of Euphrates to the great river, the river Euphrates. 18 again. On that day, Yah made a covenant with Abram, saying, to your offspring I assign this land from the river of Egypt to the great river, the river Euphrates. The Canaanites and Kenizzites and Kadmonites, the Hittites and Perizzites and Rephaim, the Amorites, the Canaanites and the Girgashites and the Jebusites. 16. Sarai, Abram's wife, had borne him no children. She had an Egyptian maiden whose name was Hagar. And Sarah said to Abram, look, Yah has kept me from bearing. Consort with my maid. Perhaps I shall have a son through her. And Abram heeded Sarah's request. To Sarah, Abram's wife took her maid, Hagar the Egyptian, after Abram had dwelt in the land of Canaan 10 years, and gave her to her husband Abraham as concubine. He cohabited with Hagar, and she conceived, and when she saw that she had conceived, her mistress was lowered in her esteem. And Sarah said to Abraham, the wrong done me is your fault. I myself put my maid in your bosom. Now that she sees that she is pregnant, I am lowered in her esteem. Yah decided between you and me. Abraham said to Sarai, your maid is in your hands. Deal with her as you think right. Then Sarai treated her harshly, and she ran away from her. The angel of Yah found her by the spring of water in the wilderness, the spring on the road to Shur, and said, Hagar, slave of Sarai, where have you come from, and where are you going? And she said, I am running away from the mistress Sarai. And the angel of Yah said to her, go back to your mistress and submit to her harsh treatment. 10. And the angel of Yah said to her, I will greatly increase your offspring, and they shall be as many to count. The angel of Yah said to her further, behold, you are with child, and you shall bear a son. You shall call him Ishmael, for Yah has paid heed to your suffering. He shall be as smart as ass of a man, his hand against everyone, and everyone's hand against him. He shall dwell alongside all his kinsmen. And she called on Yah to spoke to her, you are El Roy. By which she meant, I have not gone on seeing after he saw me. Therefore, the well was called BeritHadasah. Roy. It is between Kadesh and Berit. Hagar bore a son to Abraham, and Abraham gave the son to Hagar, that Hagar bore. Hagar bore a son to Abraham, and Abraham gave the son to Hagar, bore him the name Ishmael. Abraham was 86 years old when Hagar bore Ishmael to Abraham. Chapter 17. When Abraham was 99 years old, Yah appeared to Abraham and said to him, I am El Shaddai, walk in my ways and be blameless. I will establish my covenant between you and me, and I will make you exceedingly numerous. Abraham threw himself on his face, and Yah spoke to him further. As for me, this is my covenant with you. You shall be the father of a multitude of nations, and you shall no longer be called Abram, but your name shall be Abraham. For I make you the father of a multitude of nations. I will make you exceedingly fertile, and make nations of you, and kings shall come forth from you. I will maintain my covenant between me and you, and your offspring to come, as an everlasting covenant throughout the ages, to be Yah to you and to your offspring to come. I assign the land you sojourn in to you and your offspring to come, all the land of Canaan, as an everlasting holding. I will be their God. Yah further said to Abraham, as for you and your offspring to come throughout the ages shall keep my covenant. 10. You shall be the covenant between me and you and your offspring to follow, which you shall keep. Every male among you shall be circumcised. You shall circumcise all flesh of your foreskin, and that shall be the sign of the covenant between me and you. And throughout the generations, Every male among you shall be circumcised at the age of 8 days. As for the homeborn slave and the one bought from outsiders, who is not of your offspring, they must be circumcised. Homeborn and purchased alike, they shall thus my covenant be marked in your flesh as an everlasting pact. And if any male who is uncircumcised fails to circumcise the flesh of the foreskin, that person shall be cut off from his skin. He has broken my covenant. And Yah said to Abram, as for your wife, Sarai, she shall not be called Sarai, but her name shall be Sarah. I will bless her, indeed. I will give her a son by her. I will bless her, so that she shall give rise to nations. Rulers of people shall assure from her. Abraham threw himself on his face and laughed, as he said to himself, can a child be born to a man 100 years old? Or can Sarah have a child at 19? And Abraham said to Yah, oh, that Ishmael might live by your favor. Yah said, nevertheless, Sarah, your wife, shall bear a son, and you shall name him Yitzhak, and I will maintain my covenant with him as an everlasting covenant for his offspring to come. As for Ishmael, I have heeded you. I hereby bless him. I will make him fertile and exceedingly numerous. He shall be the father of 12 chieftains, and I will make him a great nation. But my covenant I will maintain with Yitzhak, whom Sarah shall bear to you at this season next year. 22. And when he has thus spoken with him, Yah was gone from Abraham. Then Abraham took his son Ishmael and all his homeborn slaves and all those he had bought, every male in Abraham's household, and he circumcised the flesh of the foreskins in that very day, as Yah had spoken to him. Abraham was 99 years old when he circumcised the flesh of his foreskin, and his son Ishmael was 13 years old when he was circumcised in the flesh of his foreskin. Thus Abraham and his son Ishmael were circumcised on that very day, and all his household, his homeborn slaves, and those that he had been brought from outsiders, they are circumcised with him. This concludes the reading of the Torah. Let's go into Haftarah, which is in Isaiah. Isaiah 40, verse 27. To Isaiah 41:16. Isaiah 40:27 to Isaiah 41:16. Verse Isaiah 40:27. Why do you say, O Yaakov? Why declare, O Yaakov? My way is hid from Yah, my cause is ignored by my God. Do you not know? Have you not heard? Yah is God from of old, creator of the earth from an end to end. He never grows faint or weary. His wisdom cannot be fathomed. He gives strength to the weary, fresh vigor to the spent. Youth may grow faint and weary, and young men stumble and fall. But they that trust in Yah will renew their strength. As eagles grow new plumps, They shall run and not grow weary. They shall march and not grow faint. 41. Stand silent before me, coastlands, and let nations renew their strength. Let them approach their state, their case. Let us come forward together for argument. Who has roused a vigor from the east, summoned him to his service, has delivered up nations to him, and trodden sovereigns down. He rendered the swords like dust, the bows like wind below straw. He pursueth them, he goes on unscathed, no shackle is placed on his feet. Who has wrought and achieved this? He who announced the generations from the start. I, Yah, who are the first, and I will be with the last as well. The coastlands look on in fear. The ends of the earth tremble. They draw near and come. Each one helps the other, saying to his foe, take courage. The woodworker encourages the smith. He who flattens with a hammer encourages him who pounds the anvil. He says to the riveting, it is good, and he fixes it with nails, that it may not topple. But you, Israel, my servant, Yaakov, whom I have chosen, seed of Abraham, my friend, you whom I drew from the ends of the earth and called from its far corners, to whom I said, you are my servant. I choose you. I have not rejected you. 10. Fear not, for I am with you. Be not afraid, for I am your God. I strengthen you, and I help you. I uphold you with my victorious right hand. Shamed and charging shall be all who contend with you. They do strive with you, shall become a knot, and shall perish. You may seek, but shall not find those who struggle with you, lest then nothing shall be the men who battle against you. For I, Yah, am your God, who grasps your right hand, who says to you, have no fear, I will be with your help. Fear not, O worm, Yaakov, O men of Israel, I will help you, declares Yah. I, your Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel. I will make you a threshing board, and new treasure with many spikes. You shall thresh mountains to dust and make hills like chaff. You shall winnow them, and the wind shall carry them off. The whirlwind shall scatter them, but you shall rejoice in Yah and glory in the Holy One of Israel. This concludes the Haftarah. Let's go to the BeritHadasah.